Alright guys, it's your boy CarolinaChris26. Girl, get in there and say, no, I'm joking. I'm your boy Chris Gray, aka Carolina Chris. This is my YouTube channel and I really appreciate it, guys, because guess what? I didn't do the video last time, but I just hit 100 subscribers. God, I think it might have been last week, so I should have said something last week. Right now I'm at about 129. I really appreciate it, guys. I did not think it would be this hard to get this far, but I appreciate the love nonetheless. This is New Comic Book Day, Comic Book Wednesday, January the 23rd, 2019, and I have some books to get into. I don't know, it's not really a light haul, but you be the judge. Yeah. Actually, some of these books in this haul are from previous Wednesdays where I did not get a book or books for that Wednesday, and my my local comic book my local comic book store owner, TJ, he asked me the other day or last week when I was in there. He said, "Chris, what books did you not get? Give me a list of what books you got." And when I got home, I said, "Well, look, when I get home, I'll let you know exactly what books I don't got when I go through them, or go through my CLZ to see exactly which ones I'm missing." And I inboxed him back on Facebook, let him know these are the books I'm missing. And luckily today when I came in there, he had some of the books that I did not get from previous Wednesdays. So shout out to my boy TJ from Angry Comics in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I really appreciate that, man. He's a great guy. A couple of these books I already read. I read tonight, and wow, you know what I'm saying? Last Wednesday was crazy because usually I'll read, like, I don't know, if I read 6 books or 8 books or 9 books that night, I'll post those books like on my Instagram, and that's at CarolinaChris26, or on my Facebook in the group I'm in. I'm in a group called Make Comic Book Collecting Fun Again, and I'll post the books and I'll post my score, which will be 1 to 5 stars. 5 stars being the highest. Last Wednesday, man, it was like, or last week, the books I posted, or the last set of books that I posted from last week or whatever, were all 5 stars. So it was like, wow, dude. And one of the guys who runs the page, Make Comic Book Collecting Fun Again, Josh, he was like, "Wow, Chris, 5 stars, all of them. Never seen that before." I'm like, what can I say, man? It was all great books, you know. I cannot think of what they were right now, all those books were. But if you want to find out, go to my Instagram at CarolinaChris26. So let's get right into it, guys, because, you know, it's like 3 a.m. right now. Oh God, it's like 4:49 a.m. in the morning while I'm doing this video. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna be tired as I don't know what tomorrow. But yeah. Anyways, first off, we have DC Wonder Comics, Naomi #1, and this is by Brian Michael Bendis and David Walker. I read this book tonight. I don't know. I want to say this book would get 5 stars, but right now I can't give this book 5 stars because I'm gonna have to get more into it. Like, I don't know. For me, certain people, they read the book the first time and they've got it all figured out, like life. They've got it all figured out right out the womb. As soon as they're born, they're able to breathe, walk, drive cars, you know. But I'm going to have to give this book a little bit of time. Maybe on the second issue, because at the end of this issue, it makes me think there's going to be like some big surprise in the next issue. So that second issue, I think I might end up becoming a big fan of this book. Right now, I don't know. It was okay. The story was, you know, back and forth between characters. But yeah, Naomi #1. I'm trying this different now, you know. I'm face to face with the camera instead of me putting the books and setting them in a spot and letting you stare at the book. I'm kind of, you know, this way I feel more comfortable doing it like this, you know. So yeah. If you don't like it, please comment and tell me, "Chris, we don't want to see your face, man. Hide your face. Your face is making me sick. Something about that face." All right, next up we have a book that I personally I love, and it's called Die. D-I-E. Die #2. This is book #2. This is a great book. I would give this book is a 5-star book. No problem. You know what I mean? It's a great book right now. The first book I was not really into because maybe I didn't grow up playing D&D, Magic the Gathering, fantasy games. I wasn't really in it. I did like movies about dragons and knights and stuff like that, but I was not into the gameplay. And in this book, first off, I'd like to say to my boy, Crab Those Keys, if you're watching, brother, I noticed in your haul you did not have this book. I don't remember seeing you with issue 1 that I know of, and I watch all your haul videos. So if you didn't have number 1, you didn't have number 2, and I just like to ask you why, brother. This is a great book, and if anything, you need to get number 1, check it out, and buy issue number 2. If you're not feeling this book, then hey man, no harm, no foul. But trust me, I believe if you like this type of stuff, you know what I mean. If I can explain it to you where you'll like it, I don't know if I can because I suck at that. But so it's basically it's written by Karen Gillan, and the artist is Stephanie Haynes. So if I'm saying the name right, Karen Gillan, that's the writer. Great book. I love it. I'm not familiar with her work. I'm sorry, but I love this book. It's basically 6 friends, and they are the players of the game Die. You got Ash, she's the dictator. She does all the speaking. You got Chuck, he's the fool. You got Matt, he's the grief knight. You got Angela, she's the Neo. You got Isabel, the Godbinder. And you got Soul, who is now the Game Master. Sorry, Grandmaster. I don't know why I keep saying Game Master, but Grandmaster. And it's a group of friends, and when they started playing the game, they was teenagers. And then the actual Grandmaster who ran the game prior to Saul becoming the Grandmaster, they go to play against him and defeat him. And basically it says here, the Grandmaster told us how to escape. If we all wished together, we could go home. Simple. The only thing stopping us was him, binding the rules. He'd let us go if we became his prophets, spreading the word about this place. We were never going to do that. So instead, we stormed his fortress and took him down. You know what I'm saying? And basically, we had nearly gone by the time Grandmaster got up, his hand on Saul's shoulder. There was nothing we could have done. Seconds later, we were on the road near Nottingham, and Angela was screaming about her missing arm. Oh my God. It took a minute for us to realize that wasn't the only thing missing. Angela loses her arm, and they lose their best friend, Saul. Saul gets pulled back into the game, I guess when they're on their way back into the real world. And when this book takes off in the beginning, Saul has been trapped in the game for 30 years. He's defeated the Grandmaster. He is now the Grandmaster of the game. And his friends, in his mind, left him behind. So they get pulled back into the game, resuming their roles they were before they left. And now each person they're grown up now, man. They've moved on, but they do remember losing a friend. And Angela, she can't forget she's missing an arm. Well, Isabel's 43, and she basically says, "I'm 43. My impossibility fantasy is being able to pay off my mortgage or have my mom stop sighing whenever kids turn up in the conversation. At the wildest is to write the book at the wildest." So, and then Angela's like, "This is such a bad time. Rupert is going to keep the kids if I disappear for even a few days. They'll be missing me. And if you'll let us go, I'll come back and play, but just not now." God. And Matt's like, "So, my fantasy was not being the kid I was then, and now I'm not. Everybody's grown up, but, Saul's been trapped in this game for 30 years. He's ready to play. You know, all he knows is the game. All he knows is this fantasy game that he's been trapped in. And his friends, now he's got him back in there. Oh, dude, he's not trying to let him go. He's not trying to let him go. And then basically Matt's like, and sorrows, look what I've done to the realm of one. When we were first here, it was all light and joy. Now we're fading into the desert of age. See, I even have a theme. You can never go home. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. And then Ash is like, yes, we fucking can go home, Saul. We can, if we all agree, defeat the Grand Master. Then we'll see. That's what Saul says. And then, poof, a flash of light, and he's gone. Oh, so, and then Ash is just like, what the fuck, man? What have we got trapped up in now? So now they got to play the game, you know, and each person, each of their abilities works as a team. If they all work as a group, they can defeat the Grand Master, but they got to work as a group. And then it's a great book, man. You got to read it. And if you haven't got it yet, please get the books Die, because I'm a huge fan of this book now. I'm a huge fan, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I never played fantasy games or D&D or World of Warcraft or, you know, Magic the Gathering, but I am into this book, you know. I cannot wait for issue number 3, so 5 stars on this book, you know. If you haven't got it, get issue 1, and then please get issue 2. Because issue 1, I got lost. I didn't really understand where I was at. Issue 2 really helped out a lot. And I cannot wait for issue number 3. So, great book. Great book. And we have another 5-star book that I read tonight. And that's Robert Kirkman's Die, Die, Die. I mean, dude, this book here, every week, every issue, this book keeps getting better and better. This is crazy, man. I mean, the blood, the gore, the violence, the foul language. This book is like rated X, man. You can't let your kids flip into this book because there's orgies and all kind of crazy stuff. This book is good though. This is a great book. I can see this book as a show, man. And I hope one day that this ends up becoming a TV series or a movie, because this is a great book. I love this book. This is one of my favorites. This is a 5-star book right here all day. I don't even got to read the issue and I can tell you to be a 5-star book. Like next issue, the issue after that, they're all going to be 5 stars in my eyes. This is a great book. I love this. Great book. Die, Die, Die. Robert Kirkman. If you haven't got it, please check it out. Great book. Now, here we go. Shazam! Damn lightning to come down, boy, because I'm going to turn into an old man or something. Shazam number 2. I did read this. It's a great book. I don't want to give it a 5 stars, but because it's the story's good and it's pretty much what you expect if you read the first book. But I don't know, man. There wasn't no heavy action. There wasn't no good guys fighting bad guys, and nothing like that. It wasn't really nothing spectacular except something I don't want to ruin. But this book, yeah, if I could really, I'd give it a 3.5 stars. But I give it 4 stars to be generous. But so Shazam number 2, Jeff Johns, man. Yeah. And then we have the B cover by Matt Williams and Chris Samney, I believe. So Shazam B cover. I hope y'all can see that. Y'all hear my cat now wanting to go outside? Come here, Jack. Come here, kitty. Then next up we have Batman 63, guest starring Constantine. The A cover. Come here, Jack. That's a nice A cover though, man. That's a beautiful cover. Batman number 63. A cover. And here we go, Batman 63 B cover. My cousin used to tell me something, man, when I was in a comic book store one day, and I've got pretty much every Batman cover from issue 20, 25 or something like that. I've got issue 1. I got it signed and graded at Baltimore Comic Con. I'm still waiting on those books to come out from the Comic Con. But he always used to say ABB, always buy Batman, no matter what. He said no matter what book you buy, always buy Batman. It's like it's a guarantee. Especially like if you're a comic book flipper for one, you know. But I have yet to flip any Batman. Well, not yet, but I won't say that. But I'm not flipping any of them. Batman number 63. Okay, next up we have Teen Titans 26. Batcave Break-In. Oh my God! What? They're getting an alarm. So, Teen Titans 26 A cover, guys. That is the A cover. And yeah, I got a question for y'all, man. Maybe y'all can help me out with this, cause this I do not know, and like I say, I'm not an expert on all things comic books, but when you're reading the barcodes, right? And I realized the last set of numbers over here to the left. I don't want to get this in too close with the camera, might get blurry. Anyways, there's 5 numbers over here to the well, your right, yeah, be my right, my left, your right, or whatever, I guess. And the first number is a 0, second number is a 2, third number is a 6, then a 1, then a 1. The 2 and the 6 is the issue number, right? The number after that, the 1 after that is the A cover. The 1 means the A cover. And then the 1 after that is first print, correct? I was asking my comic book store owner, and he couldn't break that down for me. I don't know why it's bugging me to figure that out, but I've been trying to figure it out and have yet to ask anybody that can help me out with that. Reason why I say that is because on this issue, like I say, this issue, the A issue, and it has 0, 2, 6, which is issue 26, then a 1, then a 1, right? Here's the B cover. It has, and this is I think this is by Alex Garner, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It's the variant artist. This one has 0, 2, 6, issue number 26, 2, and then 1. This would be the B cover, so that 2 would be B. Then 1, first print. Am I correct? If anybody can help me out with that. There's 5, there's 5 digits on the back of the barcode. And that's an amazing cover, I must say, while I'm at it. But yeah, if anybody can help me out with that in the comments, no biggie. I'm curious about it, and I have yet to have anybody be able to explain it to me. If I can, I'll put in a snap, I'll blow up the picture and the video where you'll be able to see the numbers I'm talking about, not to. But yeah, you got 5 numbers at the end of the barcode, and I think I've got it nailed. I've got this problem figured out already, but I need some confirmation because it's bugging me. I'm not getting no sleep at night. My girl's telling me I need to get with the program, get a life. We got other things to worry about, but I'm trying to figure out numbers. Next up, we have a book from what I was hearing tonight from my boy. There's a first appearance in this book, and that is the Immortal Hulk, number 12. Yep. I'm sorry, Keys. I was only able to get one issue. You got two. I am hating. Yeah, man. Better hold on to that second issue, man, because from what I understand, you can't find these issues at all. Immortal Hulk, the Immortal Hulk, number 12. Man, these books has been heating up, ain't they? That's some sick work. What it says at the bottom. The best thing about Immortal Hulk is that feeling that you are reading a legend in the making. Oliver Savia, the AV Club. Hope I ain't saying your name wrong, Oliver. Savia. Oliver Savia, maybe. Savia. Immortal Hulk, number 12. Hey guys, I'm back. Oh, look who I got here. I notice everybody's got a cat. All comic book lovers have got a cat. Comic Tom 101's got a Rainbow. This is Jack, guys. Meet Jack. Jack the cat. He's wanting to go outside right bad, kind of bad right now. So. Hey Jack, say hey to everybody. Next up, we got Earth's Mightiest Heroes, The Avengers 13. Wicked cover, huh? Just the A cover, but the woman who punched a dragon, Iron Fist 1 million BC. Wow. Wicked. Alright. Next up we have Oblivion Song, number 9. It's the A cover. Robert Kirkman, another Robert Kirkman. I did read issue 1 through 6, and I have not read anything past number 6. Oblivion Song number 9, but yeah, I do plan on getting back on it. What I was saying about my local comic book store, TJ, he got me some books that I missed on previous Wednesdays that were not on my pull list that day, and that was issues number 3 and 4. Here's issues number 3. And then we have issue number 4. I've read these already. This story's crazy. If you ever seen that movie, the only thing I can, if you have not read Oblivion Song yet, and I have not read past issue number 6, because I read a graphic novel with issues 1 through 6 in it, and yeah, it's kind of like, I want to say like that movie Cloverfield. Have you ever seen Cloverfield? And the last one was the Cloverfield Project, where like it's like space and time. There's like another dimension gets pulled into our Earth or our dimension, and there's like 2 dimensions on the same plane, and this guy's trying to go back and save people, and it's a great story. But you know, I do got to get back into reading everything past issue 6. So up to issue 6 was great. I have not read past issue 6, even though I do have issues 7, 8, and now 9, and I have not read them. But I will read them. I'll get back on to that. Next up, we have another book that I did not get one Wednesday, and that's Domino number 9. I read this tonight also. It's a great book. I would give this strong 4.5, maybe 5. It's crazy, man. Domino has to go in and fight Longshot, and they get in this big battle at the end, and I guess it doesn't end well for Longshot. Yeah, I did read issue number 10, man, but for some reason now it slipped my mind what even happens in issue 10. You know, I did read issue 10. You can best believe that, but you know, right now I can't even tell you what happened in it. It's messed up. Next up, we have 2 more books that I did not get that complete my collection of Harley Quinn Rebirth, and that's issues 21, B cover. Frank Cho B cover. And 26 Cho B cover. You like that, Jack? Yeah. Jack wants to go outside, man, bad. I haven't got him fixed, man. So like late at night, he's wanting to go outside, and it's raining right now, like real bad outside. It's raining, and he wants to go outside. I got to get his little webos cut off. He's wanting to go outside and spread that love, right, Jack? Want to go outside? See what I'm saying? Wants to go outside. Want to go outside, Jack? Yeah, you go outside in a minute. Hold on. Alright, next up we have True Believers, King Conan, Mightiest March of a Time Lost Land. Mightiest March of a Time Lost Land. King Conan. Fantasy Field first issue, face to face with Dadiamon, I guess his name. I don't know if I'm saying it wrong. God, I need to learn how to read. And next up we have True Believers 1, Conan the Barbarian, The Secret of Skull River. Well, I was saying the other week when I read a bunch of issues of books, and a lot of them were 5 stars that I gave. That was issues 1 and 2 of Conan, the new Conan series that just started. I read issue 1 and 2, and I gave it 5 stars, man, because if anybody read Conan, those little kids at the end of that first issue, and then they pop up in that second issue, those are some wicked little kids, ain't they? You know, you remember if you read issue number 1 of Conan when he's in this big battle, and then he meets this witch who bet money, and he rips the witch's clothes off, and they start having sex, and the witch like digs her claws into his back, and I think the whole time is she's siphoning blood, or she's pumping poison into him through her fingernails. They're like needles, and she's trying to resurrect her god. And the only way she can resurrect her god is by Conan's blood. She's got to drain all of Conan's blood to bring her god back. And she almost succeeds. And then in issue 2, Conan starts off fighting with these other guys against, and I'm Native American. I'm a member of the Coherie tribe. You notice the turquoise charm. That is real turquoise. That charm cost me about $400 some. But yeah. He's fighting these against these Native Americans. They call the Picts or something like that, and he ends up having to help them fighting this gang of these snakes, these gigantic snakes that are like moving in herds, and he's helping them to fight these snakes, and they hate him in the beginning, or they fear him or hate him, and they end up liking. And at the end he ends up having to leave, and some reason them damn little kids pop up again. Like God, I'm having a blank from how the story exactly happens, but I want to say he bumps in these little hooded figures, and it ends up being them kids again. And I'm like, wow, dude, these kids, them 2 little kids, it's the 2 kids and the witch. They pop up somehow or whatever. I might be saying this wrong, but yeah, the 2 little kids, man, they're gonna be those 2 little kids are gonna be something to watch out for. The little kids are crazy, scary looking kids. Now, last but not least, we have the best of the best. Another set of books I read tonight. 5-star books. I read Domino. I read Shazam tonight. I read Die. I read Die, Die, Die. Let's see, what all else? Make sure I got everything I read tonight. I read Domino. Okay. I read Shazam. I read Die, Die, Die. I read Die, and I read Naomi. That was the books I read tonight. And then I read this big boy right here, Guardians of the Galaxy #1 by Donny Cates and Jeff Shaw. This book is a 5-star book all day. I would give it 6. There's 2 characters in here. The 2 characters that stick out the most in this issue for me are Cosmic Ghost Rider, for one, because his kind of quirky humor, or the way he just snaps in any situation, and Cosmic Ghost Rider is wild, man. Frank Castle is a nut, and Groot. Not the fact that Groot has a big role in the book. It's just what he says, man. It's just him and Quill together, man. They're like when you first run into Quill and Groot in this book, you're like, oh my god. I started laughing. I smiled, man, and I was like, Groot looked wicked because he's a tree, but in his head, he's got these like tree spikes going up on his head like a mohawk. I was like, man, Groot looks wicked. He's got this nasty attitude, man, but yeah, Groot's changed a lot. I did not read Infinity Wars. I got all the Infinity Wars and Infinity Warps books. I have not read none of them yet. I do need to get on to that because I have not read any of them yet. But I will. And I got to now because there's some issues in this book that I didn't know about. I did know about Gamora and the Infinity Stones. I heard about that from other people. I didn't know if Gamora went bad or she became a bad guy for some reason. I was like, wow. But yeah, they kind of speak about Gamora in this book. When they did, I was like, oh my god, Gamora, no. What's their problem with Gamora? And I'm like, oh shit. Anyways, this is a great book. I would give it 6 stars. Oh, and by the way, if y'all don't know, Donny Cates has started a cult. CULT cult. It's called the Devil's Advocates. Devils with a S, Advo, ADVO, big C, big A, TES. Devil's Advocates. He had like four possible names he was gonna come up with, and one of them was United Cates of America. United Cates of America. But he ended up picking Devil's Advocates. And now Donny Cates is not referred to as Donny Cates, which you can refer to him as Donny Cates. He's also referred to as the Dark Lord. Yeah, I'm not lying. This is I'm on it. If you're not on Twitter, you need to be on Twitter because there's some crazy stuff be happening on Twitter. And you can actually reach out and touch some of these celebrities and big figures that you wouldn't normally get to talk to in everyday life, you know. And it's also oh, there was another book that was on my pull list today that I did not. It wasn't there. I did not get #1. I might need to get issue #1. I haven't been a big fan of the book, of course. I have not read the book, and that is Livewire #2. And Donny Cates' girlfriend, Megan Hutchison. Her Twitter account is at BlackBLACKEM_ART. Look her up, follow her. She is known as the Dark Queen. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not making this up. She actually did the cover for one of the covers for Livewire. So I wanted to get that book basically to support his girlfriend, which possibly could be his fiance and possibly could be his wife one day. It's a good possibility because those two cats look like they're in love. she just moved to Austin, Texas, where Donnie Cates lives at. So, guys, the boy's in love. You know, can't be mad at that. Also, there's 6 commandments that his cult members should follow. Commandment number 1: be rad. R-A-D. Be rad. Just be rad. Well, you know, whatever you do, be rad. Be a rad person. You know. Number 2: only do dope shit. That's S-H-I-T. I said it. I probably said a couple other curse words during this haul, but you know, hide the kids, man. You know what I mean? Commandment number 3: make something exist that did not exist before. I made 2 kids. You know, that should count. You know, I'm not making any comic books anytime soon, so. Commandment number 4: love yourself and each other. You know, I love you. I hope you love me. You know what I mean? I hope you love me enough to like this video. I hope you love me enough to share this video. I hope you love me enough to comment on this video. I hope you love me enough to subscribe to this video. And I hope you love me enough to hit that notification bell. Because I'm going to be pumping videos out every week, every unboxing, every comic book haul I get. No, I'm joking. No, I'm not joking. But commandment number 5: read comics. Check. You know what I mean? I read comics. I might not explain what I read properly, but trust me, I read them. You know? Rule number 6. And this rule is probably the main rule you need to follow. If possible, bring unto your dark lord various candies at his signings. If possible, bring unto your dark lord Donnie Cates, various candies at his comic book signings. So if you see Donnie Cates at any Comic-Con, at any comic book signings, bring him some candies, man. You know, I don't know if that means Reese Cups, Skittles, Now or Laters, Pop Rocks. He didn't specify what kind of candies, and I've asked him a couple times. I ain't got a reply back on that yet. Just bring him various candies. I told him, whenever I see you, if I get to see you, you're going to think it's Halloween, man. Because I'm just going to bring you a big old bag full of everything. I'll go to the Dollar General or the Dollar Tree and just buy jumbo packs of everything, man. It won't even cost me but a few bucks. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to the movie theater to buy no candy because that crap's expensive. So, 2 more books to go. Next up, we have the Ron Lynn and the Israel Sylvia cover. Well, I want to say it's the 4th cover. So be A, B, C, D. This will be the D cover, if I'm not mistaken, on that. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. Ron Lynn, Israel Sylvia. I did not get that incentive cover. I think, is that the one with Groot on the cover? I want to say Keys was talking about well, no, you got one of those covers on your haul video, man. And my local comic book store had one of those covers for $10, man, but I was spent out. You know, I was spent out. But see, I actually ordered I bought these. I got 3 of these. I bought these, and then I ordered 3 of the Unknown Comics Lucero Parillo covers. The glow in the dark, the Splash variant, and the other variant. And I'm getting them all signed by Donnie Cates and Parillo, and graded by the CBCS. So not CGC. I wish it was CGC, but the guy the group I'm going through to get those books and to get them signed. You know, you gotta look at it like this, man. I don't know if I got a deal or not. I probably didn't, because I think I seen them cheaper at one point. But I bought all 3 of the books for $100, and then I'm getting them all signed by both artists. I mean, the writer and the artist for $100 a piece and graded. So I have $400 in those 3 books. So, you know, man, I was spent out. I wanted to buy that $10 cover when I was in the comic book store. but I couldn't do it, man. You know, I could barely get this, and then, you know, man, I'm spending is out of control. And next up we have Guardians of the Galaxy #1. This is the cover. This is the hot cover of the week, guys. And I want to show y'all why. I'll give you a good quick shot of this, and I'm gonna open it up. I want to show you why I gave this the hot cover and not that Teen Titans Alex Garner cover. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I want to say this is the B cover, if I'm not mistaken. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 B cover, first print. If I'm reading that barcode correctly, this is why. That's why I give this the hot cover of the week. So we got Galactus in the middle, and got everybody on that page, man. How can I not give this the hot cover of the week? Alright, I will give you this. You see, look at Groot. See that here? Looks wicked, huh? Groot looks wicked. Try to give y'all a close-up, the best close-up I could. Yeah, this is a great book, man. Great book, 5-star book. Hot cover of the week. That's it. I'm your boy, Chris Gray, Carolina Chris. And that is it for my comic book haul this Wednesday, or better yet, let me say Thursday, because it's about 5 o'clock in the morning right now, 5:36. So this is my comic book haul. I'm out. I appreciate y'all, and I really appreciate all those who comment, like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because got a comic book CGC unboxing next. So stay tuned, stay straight, stay dry, because it is wet outside here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And always, always make comic book collecting fun again. Say bye, Jack. Say bye-bye. Yeah. Peace. You go outside? Peace. Jack's gotta go outside. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I got you.